Who are you? Don't you know? Don't you know you are a shooting star shining on? Don't you know that you'll be loved as long as you are? I don't think you know yet, collective, but I think something's coming in within the next 72 hours to maybe make you a believer again. I got shooting star incense here. I'm going to send a little bit of that shooting star energy your way, maybe when you're hanging out, looking up at the night sky over the next few days. You might just catch a shooting star by the tail and take it for a ride. Perhaps it'll take you all the way to that Stargate. Even if it's just a little bit of a flight of fancy, a little travel in your mind. That's this song that came in. It's a song by Bad Company. Bad Company. Maybe you've been hanging out with some bad company, man. They just don't get you. They don't know what you're working with. They don't understand this dream that you're trying to run down here. They don't understand what the point is, but then it's not their calling. So, that's quite all right. I thought we'd just kind of do what I did last night. Other than that song, I don't really have anything particular coming in here. So I thought, let's just see what wants to come on through. I want to open up with just some straight up cartomancy. I haven't seasoned the deck, so I'm going to season it with you all, just like I did the other night. I don't know. I really enjoyed that, just sort of hanging out. Just hanging out. Maybe you really enjoy that too. You really enjoy just hanging out, where you don't really feel like, you have to show up with any kind of game plan or, any sort of responsibility for you being there other than just, being who you are. As long as who you are, the right people will love you. The right people will find a place for you to belong within their life, right? Okay? You don't have to try to make yourself fit in a place where people don't get where you're at, man. Right? There's something about that. All right, so let's check it out. There's something here that's wanting to bring a little shine to your life. Some of you have the shining, you have the sight. You have the sight that can see things where others don't see anything at all. And the things that you see give you reason to feel like maybe it's okay to dare to dream a little bit. Been a while since I chased down a proper dream. Let's see if we can find one. Maybe there's signs of one coming in on the horizon. Let's check it out, man. Let's see what comes through here. We're going to open up with cartomancy because it's just real straight up. It communicates in a different way than the tarot does, that's so steeped with symbolism, that's also rooted in a lot of, BS boxes that need to be unpacked around, well, this means that, okay? We're trying to transcend that here on this journey. I'm very much in alignment with more of an Oresian perspective. I do have more of a Discordian type of perspective. Hail, Eris. I believe that there's many sides to every truth, and that big T truth is something that's pretty elusive, right? And it's something that it's really difficult to communicate about. It's more something that's experienced or felt, and it's how it lands in you, and nobody else can really define it for you. And nobody can really tell you that your truth is wrong. And yet there's, there's helpfulness in exploring other truths, other ways of viewing things. So this energy coming in. But I do feel like there's something here that you got a little bit of a fire under your butt coming in the next 72 hours. That's sort of how I'm translating it right now with the energy. Something that has you wanting to chase down a dream. You're catching the tail of something and you want to take it for a ride. Maybe you're catching some tail. You could be, it's possible. Oh, you could be with the Queen of Clubs. You certainly could be. Yeah, I mean, she's cool. She's fun. The Queen of Clubs is fun. She's all good. She's a good time, but you know it's not the true alignment you're seeking with the theory of 11 in reverse. But, you know, it may help you pass the time. I see that, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with a little fun, okay? So you might be having a hookup here, a little pleasant diversion, maybe one for the road. You might be having one for the road, okay? It's possible. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We got the 9 of clubs in reverse. Yeah, I mean, she worked at you for a while. You finally let down your defenses with this one. They found a way in. Okay, so you're like, okay, we can get it in. But you know that it's like, I'm going to get it in, but it is the sort of energy, like one for the road, and then I'm cutting this off because this ain't where it's at for me. I know it's not where it's at. But somebody was really persistent. So I think they're going to get what they want this go around, right? They are getting it in. I see it. Ace of clubs in the shadow, but somebody is feeling like, yeah, but this ain't really cutting it for me. Okay. So apparently what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander or vice versa. But either way, somebody after this experience is really feeling like this ain't it. This ain't the tail I want to be chasing here. I want to catch the tail of a shooting star and take that for a ride. Yeah, somebody's wanting something a little bit more mystic here. Someone wants to head into the mystic where things aren't so predictable. I feel like that's what this is. It's like, yeah. I know I can get that. You know, something can also sort of lose its allure when it comes easily. I feel that's what's coming through for the collective here. It's like, well, yeah, I know I can have that. It's practically being thrown at me. So this could be a little bit of the, I call it healthy masculine, energy coming through where it's like really wanting a challenge. And I don't mean somebody challenging you purposefully, like playing a game, but just somebody that they know who they are and they fully represent it. And so they're not going to compromise themselves to just try to, make things nice and easy and peaceful. They actually have a brain. They have certain standards for themselves. And this is what this is. This is a man who wants to take the lead. Yeah. He wants to take the lead because chasing the tail has been, I mean, it is what it is. It's all right in the moment. But somebody here is feeling like this, maybe even somebody that, was baiting them for a long time, like seducing for a long time. Finally, they were like, fine, whatever, they gave it up. They gave it up. They gave them the wand and they're like, yeah, that was lackluster. That's kind of how it's coming through. Somebody thought that this was maybe it was really made up to be like, oh, wait until I get my hands on you, what I'm going to do to you. And somebody here is like, okay. I mean, it was all right. It's all right. But I do feel like this is not the beginning of some grand love story here. I do feel like this is kind of energy like that was fun and now I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Maybe somebody's been dragging their heels about bringing balance to somebody. They've been dragging their heels about bringing balance to somebody who's more of a challenge, who poses more of a challenge. And so they've been sort of exploring the options and feeling like, well, maybe, I can find stuff to sort of tide me over until the other person realizes they got to come around my way of thinking before they're going to get any progress with me. And now somebody's realizing this isn't working, man. This isn't working. This isn't doing it. That's what I see. And it's nothing against the Queen of Clubs at all. The Queen of Clubs is attractive. The Queen of Clubs is fiery and exciting and enticing and beautiful, and it's all good, but that's all it is, that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. And there's balance here. It's like nobody's feeling like stressed about this. I don't know where the Queen of Clubs is out with it though. That's what I'm seeing here. 9 of diamonds in the shadow. Maybe feeling like, yeah, all that glitters is not gold, you know? I feel like this is an arrangement where, you know, somebody thought that they were going to be getting a whole lot more out of a certain situation, a certain dynamic, something that maybe was like put on ice for a long time and was a real slow burn and there was a real build up to it. And something about it's really anticlimactic. Like, oh, I thought this was going to be something different. And to be honest with you, I have to be real. It really seems like it works both ways because I can kind of see this perspective here from this Queen of Clubs. It's like I let down my guard for this. Like maybe this is somebody who like they felt like they really had to put themselves on the back burner a long time to, you know, connect with this man. Yeah, I see 11 on the clock here. And then it's like once they did, they were like, oh, you mean that's it? Like, okay. I thought there was going to be more to us kind of like linking up here. No, no, no. I don't see it. I think it's like, yeah, we connected. This, you know, is balanced. You got something out of it. I got something out of it. It's even Stevens. Like that's sort of how it's come through. But somebody thought it would be a lot more. I think both people thought it would be a lot more. I think because it's like the fantasy. Sometimes that's what happens when you chase the tail of a shooting star. Sometimes it's not all you dreamed it would be. I mean, I can see that kind of coming through here with this storyline. Give me some more detail. How's this Queen of Clubs feeling about this situation? I mean, she's coming up in the light. Ugh. I feel like she jeopardized something with the 4 of diamonds here in the shadow. It's like, I do see like with the 9 of clubs in reverse, like there was some kind of concession this Queen of Clubs had made. Like she probably released something here or caused some kind of upheaval and something that was actually a source of stability for her in order to let this in. And she's like, oh my God, really? And it was for King of Clubs here. So see, they were both in it for, you know, what they could get out of it. It's a lot of fire here. This could even be like a hookup that first started out like under the guise of like, well, we worked together, okay, or there was some kind of connection where these two had been in each other's orbit, like, but they weren't romantically involved, and maybe there was like a flirtation here or something. But I do see there's something that was really like stable that was rocked here. Yeah, and I feel like somebody had some kind of contractual agreement that was compromised by this. It could have been their job, okay? It could have been a committed relationship. It could have been stability in their home. Like this was something that definitely has been hidden here. Yeah. Nobody could know that they were moving forward like this. Okay, somebody was left out of the loop of what was going on here between these two. Okay, both moving like independent agents. All right, but I do feel like it seems like there's one person in this scenario that like they're not really free to move like that. Let's just say, okay. They might have some other situation that really got compromised by kind of like letting down their defenses to let this in. Mm-hmm. And there's some deeper investigation that's required in this situation too, if you truly want to get to the bottom of this truth that seems elusive in this situation. Mm-hmm. A truth held by the moon, perhaps. truth keeper of the moon. But see, we got right here on this card, it says deeper investigation by truth seekers have made these symbols more recognizable, but most of their secrets remain hidden. That sounds like some moon energy there. You were chasing the moon, you know. You thought, yeah, the whole thing figured out, but maybe a little bit of a Pandora's box has been opened here. Okay. Any more details about this that want to come through? There's a crossing energy here. Perhaps this is the force that's coming to light. It's coming out as a light influence. It's here. Something fell away. There's something in here. Also coming into the crossing position. I'll look at this second. Let's look at this first. This is immediately crossing this King of Clubs here. Oh, God, it's something coming out online, man. It's not necessarily appetizing. Let's say that. Okay, there could be something that's like being leaked online here that is supposed to be hidden. I don't know, maybe one of these people is like putting up some kind of incriminating post, or maybe pictures that weren't supposed to be shared or something like this. I see like this King of Clubs is looking at this and is like wincing a bit, like, oh. Ooh, yeah, because of the 10 of Hearts here, it compromises this King of Clubs, 10 of Hearts. Oh, snap. Well, the plot thickens. What's on the bottom of the deck here? This is why I feel like this connection is like, that's it. That's all it was. It's like somebody's cutting something off with a quickness. Yeah. And again, with the 8 of Diamonds here, this is very well something that could negatively like impact their work on some level, put them in a real compromising position. This was supposed to be clandestine, and somebody is like, I don't know, it feels like it might have even been planned that way. Was this planned? Did somebody work to get somebody to like kind of take down their guard so then they could have this moment with them and then have some kind of leverage by exposing them? Because I feel like there was some agreement here that this is like supposed to be hidden, and somebody's like, they're going back. They're going back on this agreement, and it looks like they're putting something on blast. They're putting something on blast online. I don't think this person likes this, that this person is like putting this on blast. They don't like their private business being put on blast, but they may like make it out like, I'm a really private person, and that may be true to a certain extent. I do see that, but I feel like really they don't want this put on blast because they know it's going to compromise their 10 of Hearts here. This could even be somebody that's like planning on marrying somebody else, or you know, something like maybe even already has a like the banquet hall booked, like they're getting married, you know. 10 of Hearts here, this means could even be something where there's been invitations sent out, like, you know. This could also be like this Queen of Clubs seeing something maybe from snooping too. I could see that as well, maybe doing a little cyber sleuthing and discovering that, wait a minute, what? You're getting married? You're living with this person? You're going on vacation with this? What? Wait, hold up, wait a minute. Somebody's getting like a bit of news here. It's like, it's weird because it's coming in as a crossing influence, and it's coming in as being online. It's something that was hidden that's being seen. It's being seen online, but I feel like it's being seen accidentally. Like this could even be a case where I'm feeling like it's the Queen of Clubs is seeing something that couldn't be seen before. I can see this 9 of Clubs being like, this person was blocked, okay? Maybe somebody blocked them online. And this person is getting around this block, okay, by maybe using some kind of fake account, all right? And that's allowing them to see some kind of like status update or something here that's revealing what's really going on. And this is like recognizing they got played. But I feel like this Queen of Clubs isn't saying anything. Didn't say anything. Maybe, oh, the plot thickens. Didn't say anything. Withheld this. Withheld that they saw the reality of a situation here. They kept mum about this. And they went ahead and they, one more hookup, man. One more hookup so I can get the goods on you, man. and put an end to this little game of yours. You worked me, you played me. Oh no, I'm about to play you. So somebody's doing a little tit for tat here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or this is what's being attempted in the next 72 hours. So if you know you got, a meeting like this planned, just be prepared for what may be brewing here. That's an interesting energy. A lot of moon energy around this. So a lot of concealment, a lot of, moving, in a more sort of discreet way, let's say. But it's more to expose, which is kind of ironic. It's an interesting energy. And whoever this King of Clubs is, I feel like they got some kind of prominent position. So this could be somebody that has like a lot of visibility, it could be in relation to their work or just like a position they hold within a community or a social circle. So this coming out would be really compromising for them. It would not be a good look for whatever reason this is. Because I feel like something's already been announced and there's a lot of people aware of this 10 of Hearts situation here. Right? It looks like it's connected to some kind of relationship or maybe even a family. I mean, somebody could have a whole family, like, somebody just announced that they just became a father or something, and it's like, is something here is really compromising. Oh, Lord. All right. Any more details about this? Not exactly what I want to read on, but this is what's coming through here. I see it pretty clearly. All right. Any more details about this? Maybe, maybe this is like something, it could also be like a little bit of reflection of some shit somebody already stepped in at some point, right? They were like reviewing this too. I could see this because of the way this opened up. This may be like this was somebody's glory days, this is how they used to move. Maybe they're doing a little bit of a review and they're wanting to dream a new kind of dream now. They're like, there's got to be something more to life than this. And they may be thinking too of like the one that got away, like if I wouldn't have been doing that back there, I could have been married to so-and-so by now, could be like a little bit of a tale of the one who got away. They could be seeing too that somebody that they used to be involved with is like about to like level up in that way. Like somebody is ready to like really commit to somebody. Yeah, it's mutual. Like somebody's in a situation where it's a give and take, and it's making somebody here think, it's making them think about the one that got away. They may even feel like somebody, stole them from them, but it's more like, no, you weren't showing up ready to receive it is what it looks like to me. And I mean, technically, it could work both ways. It really could. Okay, it could work both ways. But I have to tell you, honestly, it looks like it is coming from the masculine here. It could be somebody who's strong fire and earth in their chart. It's definitely somebody who was more focused on like status, climbing the ladder, being successful, getting the bag, really attracted to more superficial things as well. This person is more focused on themselves, what I want, what works for me. I want to explore my options. I can take my time. I can put this one on ice. Yeah, they may got a lot of attention, but whatever. I can put them on ice. I can make them wait. They'll wait for me because this is somebody who thought a lot of themselves. I can make them wait. It's okay. They'll wait for me as long as they need to. Right now, I'll get back to that when I'm ready to. I'm going to get my fill. But I feel like there's something that's coming in here where it's almost like, it's like treating forever like a flicker in time. You know what I'm saying? It's like not really seeing perhaps the value of somebody's time. Like that's what I think. If you think you can just make somebody wait and you can put them on ice, you're not really valuing their presence. And then you're going to be surprised when that person doesn't want to be there anymore. And that's what I see. And I feel like there's somebody seeing something online, and there's something they're recognizing here about somebody they were making wait while they went off and explored other things, other options. This could even be somebody they knew, like they wanted that forever, for whatever forever is, but they wanted to, they wanted to build a life with somebody here. And they kept promising, oh, we'll move it there, we'll get there eventually. But then they're out like gallivanting. They're gallivanting, they're out there chasing tail. And yeah, along the way, something shifted here. Something shifted here. And so I feel like there's somebody here that's outside of this. I feel like it's the one that's been put on ice, okay? Or they perceive that somebody's been put on the ice. And they can kind of, I'll come back to this when I'm ready. But I feel like one of these like hookups here is backfiring. And this Queen of Clubs is like putting something on blast. Because I think they feel played too. I think this person feels played too. But ironically, they were both playing each other. And meanwhile, somebody here that I feel like isn't even in this scenario, because we see there was like that third person in this story that isn't here on the board. So I feel like this is the person that, has been kind of like, you'll wait. I'm going to put you up on the shelf. And when I'm ready to take you down, almost like treating somebody that, there's supposed to be a continuation story with. It's like, this was the person that you were supposed to, really have something with. I think this person knows it deep down. So it looks like here they are now going, oh man, when they see something coming out online here, they recognize like, I better go make this offer. Because see, initially the energy is coming out very selfish. Yeah, I'll get to you, I'll get to that 2 of hearts when I'm ready. First, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get it in, I'm going to do what I want to do. 9 of hearts in the shadows, super selfish energy. Yeah, I'll get around to calling them. I'll get around to reaching out to them. I'll get around to like making things right. And really just, I'm telling you, Jack of Diamonds in the shadow, this is somebody who withholds purposely to try to have like some kind of control in a situation. It's all in the shadow here. It's all in the shadow. And when this comes out online, when the player gets played, and I feel like it works both ways. I do think like this Queen of Clubs is spotted something online too. It's like setup energy. Then all of a sudden, okay, I better go and make this offer fast. Because it's like needing to beat something to the punch. Maybe because then they can say, oh, that's not true. Like those pictures are taken out of context. Those are really old photos that they shared there, or this status update, tagging me in that. It's a bunch of BS. They're just jealous. They're just jealous because they know that I want to commit to you. It's got those kind of vibes. What is this stuff? I hardly ever just like love stuff come out, but I'll tell you what. Ever since Jupiter went into Cancer, the love themes are starting to come in more. And I think it's because, when it's in Cancer, it's like people are tired of just sort of like whatever is good in the moment. Like people really want to find that place where they belong. And certainly, that includes in matters of the heart. They want something that feels like, something that kind of wraps them all up in a place that feels like home. Okay, that's how it's coming through. So this is like some little drama brewing, and it's some kind of third party dynamic here. Okay, and something's coming to light, and I do feel like whatever's coming to light here, somebody's making a definitive choice. Like, I need to move away from this energy, because now the reality is like, something's hurting here with the 3 of Spades. Something's hurting with the 3 of spades here. And so this is that energy where I feel like whoever put who on ice, that was like they knew this is my shooting star. Take it out. Look at that. Blocking energy. Block it, and so it begins. Yeah, this is what it is. Whoever this person viewed as their shooting star, right? That they thought, I'll get around to that someday. They realized they better hurry up and make an offer before this gets to this person. And they figure out what's been going on all along. It's like they want to spin what this Queen of Clubs is revealing in such a way where they can make it out like, no, this Queen of Clubs is just jealous. It's not true. She's a liar. You know, this is messy. This is messy. This is what this looks like here. It looks messy, and somebody is trying to block it. See, I think that's what's coming out here is it's like, I also feel like there's sort of this indication that both could be kind of like marked in this situation, both of these characters, in quite an unflattering light. And so there's recognition that something that seemed like a pleasant diversion has turned out to be a little slice of hell. That's how it's coming through. Oh. I know there's a third person in the mix who's just been sort of like pushed to the side. So I want to find out, who is that person? Who's the third person here? Can you give me some details about that character? Discover, learn, and play was the top card on the deck there as I asked that question. So yeah, somebody's going to discover something here. They're going to learn what's been going on. And I feel like the person who's been put on ice is going to play their hand in maybe a very unexpected way. Uh-huh. Ooh, yes, indeed. I know what that car is. I know what that car is. Somebody could be getting a ride out of Splitsville. I see that. I see that because the 3 of clubs came out here. I mean, this person who's been, sidelined here while this king went out gallivanting, this person is like, they've been through a lot, but something's coming in to make things right for them. They're getting a message here. And this message brings good fortune for this person. With the 7 of clubs coming up in the light, this is a good message. And it very could be a chariot coming in. This is like it could be a literal chariot. It could be someone is showing up. They're showing up in their ride and they're scooping this person up. Let's get you out of this situation. It very well could be like that. I have to say, because the card did come in. But also coming in here, the 7 of clubs with the 3 of clubs, this is like Wheel of Fortune energy. Turning in this person's favor. Queen of spades in a light. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy could also be Virgo. Okay. This character over here, earth sign energy, that's trying to, hurry up. Earth and fire. This person likely has strong earth and fire in their chart. All I know is this person is very focused on like material things. Very clearly. This person, this masculine in this situation, this king, is focused on material things. And they're very much about themselves and what they want and what works for them. They care a lot about money. They care about how things look. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious and all that. I think that's good stuff. Okay. But this is like excessive, to the excess. To the excess. And then we got, the Queen of Clubs here. She, she likes to have a good time. She's fiery. She's attractive. She's a creative person, probably. She's appealing. She has a lot of attention. She's a good time. But, that's all this character was looking for. It's like, they just wanted to have a good time. And also there's something about that too. Like there's something that serves for the ego. It's like, okay, I can keep this person here, like just waiting for me, sitting on the sidelines. And, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get what I want. And it looks like there's something by whatever is being revealed here, it's doing something to be a positive turn of fortune for this character that was sort of like sidelined here. Yep. It's addressing what has been terribly imbalanced in this situation. It's like balance turning in this person's favor because of this activity, what was going on here. And you see, look how it comes out. This is what gets this individual ready to make an offer, because now they're like, wait, where are you going? They're chasing after the Queen of Spades that's turning their back on them. Well, I was going to get around to that. I was going to get around to making you that. I swear. Don't believe that. Don't believe the hype. It's not true. I'm being framed. How's this Queen of Spades going to handle this? How's this Queen of Spades feel about this news coming in that looks like it's some kind of a Wheel of Fortune moment, turn of fortune, turns things around? I just know seven of clubs is really good news coming in from a cartomancy perspective. This is like good news. This is like a lucky break. Oh my God, I've been waiting for my luck to turn. I've been waiting for my lucky break. Here it is. Here it is. And I see this Queen of Spades like, I'm going for it. And it's like, wait a minute. Hold up. Don't go for that. I got the offer. I promise. Way back there. Yeah. And with the 10 of clubs, like this blindsides this character because they're like, wait a minute. Where did this even come from? You're supposed to be forlorn. You're supposed to be depressed and crying. I have nothing without you. King of Clubs in the shadow. You bitch. Yeah, that's what that is. Anything else? Any further details about this? Any further details about this? I'm sorry, it's funny. Sometimes, you tap into the collective energy and it can be a little bit telenovela, man. And when it is, you just got to laugh about that because you never need to worry about whatever's aligned for you. Yeah, with the 4 of clubs coming in with the Joker, man. I mean, let me tell you, Brahma knows how to be quite a joker with the way the Dharma is dealt out. And the Dharma, man, is the work that you're here to do to burn off your karmic bullshit. And somebody here is about to have to burn off their karmic bullshit while this other person is stepping back into their power. They're getting some break. It's a bit of cosmic justice here. And it's also a little bit of like the last lap. There's some real good shift coming in here to relieve this person of a whole lot of worries that were put on them for quite a while. I see it. And somebody here is losing control. Yeah, they're losing control. They're losing control. 4 spades in the light. This person has lost control of the game. And they lost control of this game because whoever this person is over here that's getting this reprieve and is getting sprung out of this dynamic, they never were playing a game. No, they were moving forward from their heart space, man. And that's why they're finding a way through. And the news, it's bad news for this character. It is. And it comes back to them again. It's bad news for this character, and they're looking at the back side of this Queen of Spades as they walk away. That's what I see. That's right. And why? It was just all about getting it in. It was about getting it in. Wow. Cuts like a knife. But I don't feel so right, man. Yeah. Yep. Yep. No, don't feel so right. It's got somebody up in their head. What can I do? Because I feel like this person now is feeling like blocked with the person that they had intentions to make it right with, but it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Have you ever seen a shooting star? It's like here today, gone tomorrow. Like you can't just be, I'll just, I'm going to go ahead and, check out these other sites and, see what's going on. You're going to miss the shooting star. It's going to blaze a trail. It's going to be gone. There goes that Stargate. You were supposed to like make a wish on it while it was in view. Not after it slips away over the horizon. Like, what good is that going to do you then, man? No, it's a bitter pill. Ouch, man. Ouch. Whew. That's rough energy. There's got to be some hope here to be found. Let me do a cut of the deck. Ugh. Queen of Diamonds in the shadow. Man, earth and fire here in this situation. Earth and fire. I mean, these two that have been connecting here, or trying to orchestrate connecting, and then they finally do, because it looks like something happened here, these people finally got it on, or whatever. Whatever this was, it was not what they thought it would be. And there's a lot of bitterness here. Like both feel like I didn't get what I wanted out of it. And now these two have to deal with each other. Oh, 10 of Spades in the shadow. Ouch. 13. Death. It's the end of the situation. There could be a Scorpio involved in the situation. Scorpio rising specifically, because that would be a Taurus descendant. Could be, Scorpio, death energy there. See, but, sometimes we don't really see, like, the truth of a situation that gives us a perspective where we're like, if I could do it all again, I would do it like this, until we have a moment like that, right? Yeah. Sometimes we got to get a block like that on our path. Yeah, because there's that Queen of Clubs. She was in the light. It was fun at one point, but it ain't now. Now she's in the shadow. See. And very, 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 like, burdened, overwhelmed by this. Like, I don't feel like this worked out well for either of these players. And they wish they would have invested in something different. There's a lot of bitterness there on both sides. It's an unfortunate situation. But whoever you are, Queen of Spades, it looks like a turn of fortune for you. Something is going well for you. This is good. Keep it moving, man. Okay, so that's positive. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to pull out a little tarot read for each of these characters, man. Because that's a rough situation. That's a rough situation. And even if you were the one that, you find yourself on the raw end of this deal and you're like, man, what a crappy read, Broad. Can you give me like some better news? So let's see what we can find out here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get a little mini read here for each of these characters. Let me find this. And I'll read on them in the light, because hopefully when you have certain things revealed to you, it makes you want to act from a little bit, more aware part of yourself. Let's just say that, okay? So I'm going to put I'm going to put the Queen of Spades over here. I mean, Queen of Spades here, even when I lay these cards down with the Queen of Clubs to the King of Clubs, they're both heading in a separate direction together. This Queen of Spades is clearly heading the opposite way. Heading north, while these two are heading south with the way I laid it down on the board. So yeah, somebody's got a little south node road work to do, and it looks like these two have to do it together because it looks like they're kind of like stuck with each other in something here. Oh boy, man. What a mixed up situation. What a mixed up situation. What do I want to bring out here? Let's make it real simple. Let's make it real clean. I'm going to pull out the glow in the dark now. Okay. What's on the bottom of the deck here? Ace of Cups. Okay. I feel like this is this Queen of Spades right here. Yeah. Already understood the truth of what was hiding under the light of that moon and is heading toward their sun. So they've made it through some initiatory gateway, but it came on the other side of death and the awareness of this behavior of two here. You know, somebody already went through a tower. They already went through the disillusionment. They already went through the ending. Looks like they chose to just pour into themselves. Yeah, probably blocked out these energies, and they absolutely got road opener energy coming in here for them with the Fool, okay? They've already entered a stargate toward their happiness here, or it's about to arrive on the horizon, right? So that's sort of the basis of the matter for this Queen of Spades. Let me just see what's coming in for this Queen of Spades in the light here. Signs, clues, next 72 hours. What is this coming in for this Queen of Spades? He's heading on up to their north node. Looks like they got free passage. Looks like they're traveling light. There may be somebody trying to like caution them from moving forward in this way. It might be this character making one last ditch effort, you know, telling them why they shouldn't go toward that particular horizon. But I see this person is actually, you know, keeping focused on that star, that North Star, their North Node, and their fulfillment of the purpose that called them to this path. There's some decision being made here, it looks like. New beginning, new energy. Yeah, I mean, this person's dealt with a lot, you know. They know what it feels like to feel like kind of shut out, put on ice. Okay, I see that. I do feel like this person moved through some injury. It was rough for them, right? So what's this coming in for them? They might have even been struggling financially or experienced like some kind of hardship, lost a job, you know. Had a real struggle getting some kind of stability here, but wherever this person is heading, it looks like things are looking up. Wow, they can't see this yet. 10 of Cups, Judgment. Wow. So maybe, you know, the desire that they had, the thing they wanted, their, you know, fulfillment, it hasn't eluded them after all. So there's like some revival energy happening for this person here. They're getting some kind of happiness here. They got a Judgment here. Sagittarian energy here. We got Aries, Aquarius energy here. Scorpio energy connected with this like ending, this, you know, big transformation. Okay. Also Pisces energy here. Some of the details. Anything else about this happiness that's coming in? It's the promise on the other side of the storm. That's the truth, okay? Might not come to full fruition for them until the winter time with the Ace of Swords here. Yeah, not time to invest in this yet, okay? It's what's on the horizon, but I feel like there's hints of this. There's something positive that's coming in for this person that's like, it's giving them hope. It's aligning them with a certain truth and a certain decisiveness. I feel like about a course of action they're going to take here. Okay, let me do a cut of the deck and see what we got here. Yep. They're going to be aligning with something here. and they're looking out toward the horizon. They're getting news of something really good is coming in for them that's going to put certain power in their hands, and they are going to take an action. Wow, look at that big Empress energy. So they're not stressed out. They're going to get some blessing coming in here. It's like the exaltation of the Venusian energy coming in with the spades. Big Libra energy here. Okay, this is good. This is good. Doesn't have to be Libra energy, okay? But coming in with the spades is pretty strong indication of Libra. So this is like really experiencing a lot of growth, a lot of abundance, feeling good, being in a real healthy place in life. Very grounded, everything coming to fruition, not losing the self, you know, being in a really good place. What's behind that? Oh, I love it. Look at that. Whoa. That's very good energy. Oh, okay now. That's good energy. We got the Empress to the Ace of Pentacles to the Six of Wands to the Four of Wands. 6 and 4 right there. You got that 10. That's that Wheel of Fortune coming in with the Ace. Makes 11. Alignment. It's justice. It's balance. Again, strong Libra energy. It's the Stargate. It leads to some kind of personal victory here. But I do see they are aligning with somebody. So if this person wanted to build with another, it looks like they're coming into alignment with somebody. There's somebody here that's giving them their flowers. And there's mutual appreciation between these two. This is good. It's the truth. It probably won't happen. It probably won't happen until wintertime. Ace of Swords tends to be a wintertime card, right? And I do feel like before this, though, there is something coming this person's way, like some kind of offer that they're gonna be like, I don't know about this. Yeah, they're gonna suspect this advance. Could be somebody that's just like, you know, trying to reach out to them. This could be a friend. It could be, you know, but there's somebody trying to connect with them here that they're not trusting this person, whatever this advance is, because they feel like this person's just going to run tell, you know, whatever, you know, is revealed here. And it's coming in again with the Queen of Swords saying, oh yeah, see, this person's coming at him. Maybe there was like an argument between these two or something. There was some kind of falling out. So this person's going to rush. I feel like this is this like character trying to beat the other to the punch. Let me spin the story first. But see, this Queen of Swords already has some truth here. We got real strong Libra energy here with this. This person's got to have like a real strong air placement in their chart, whoever this is. Strong Libra, but they could be Gemini or Aquarius too. I could see real strongly. And probably have dealt with some difficulty in connection with either Scorpio or Pisces in the mix here. Potentially Aries. Right? That's what I see. Okay. Could be an Aries or an Aquarius associated with the new beginning. Leo rising. All right. So let me go ahead and check out what's coming in for this Queen of Clubs. Let's see what's going on with these two who are tending to some South Node stuff. What's going on with the Queen of Clubs here? What kind of guidance can we give to the Queen of Clubs to burn through this karmic together and get on the right track, heading due north, heading toward their north node, toward their shooting star. Let's get some helpful information coming in here for this Queen of Clubs so we can get her aligned with her light. Get her out of the shadow energy. Okay. I like this. It looks like there's some turning point here. Like there's something about winter season coming in pretty strongly here. Road will open up for the Queen of clubs in the winter time. They will be reimagining the world and what they desire to have. They're going to move away from a situation where there's a lot of sadness here. There may even be like a child connected to this situation. There could have been a pregnancy that came out of this connection with the Nine of Pentacles coming in. And maybe, maybe they were thinking that this King of Clubs was really going to show up and represent, and they were very disappointed. But I think where this Queen of Clubs has some worry about this, she doesn't need to worry. I think she's going to be financially taken care of. And she'll be able to recover from this. Like, she'll be able to get her shine back, She will. There will be growth, okay? But I do see there's heartache here. And they may be worried about, being able to generate, the finances they need to take care of a child too. Or it could just be, there's a real vulnerable part of them here, that maybe they relied on this other character, or they thought this other character here was going to be their stability. And now they're recognizing like, no, I'm going to have to work it out for myself. And I do see they're going to be successful. If this is something that compromised a job, like it was an affair that happened on the job or something like that, I do feel like their work is taken care of. Like, this person financially is going to be just fine. All right, so what's coming in for them? Looks like a little delay in moving forward here. It looks like winter season is when a lot of decisive energy comes into this whole situation. What's coming in here for this Queen of Clubs? Okay, there's crossing energy. Okay, this flipped up in the middle of the deck. So I know they got a Chariot. They're going to move forward here. So they're not stuck. And I see there's alignment here for them too, basis of the matter. So this is good. All right, Four of Wands, crossing energy. Page of Wands here, okay? So there's going to be some good news coming in for this Queen of Clubs. It's a little delayed. I mean, I think there's some difficult stuff to move through. I do feel like they're going to have to move here. So I don't know if, they thought they were going to be moving in with this person here. But if they are going to move in with this person eventually, if these two end up working it out or something down the road, I don't think it's something that's going to happen immediately. There's a delay to this. Right? But I do feel like they're getting some positive news in relation to their work that gives them the finances, the assets that they need to be able to move forward, right? It'll be a little bit delayed, but this person's going to feel like they have more options than they might feel right now. And I do feel like ultimately this person, they find somebody who will appreciate them, right? They'll also find a good living situation. But this has to be tended to first. Because there's something sneaky that was done here. There's been sneaking around. This is the source of the heartache. This is the source of the problems. So they could have been involved with somebody. That's how that, because we got the Hangman here on the bottom of the deck. They could have been already living with somebody, this Queen of Clubs. Whoa, and that fell out of my hand. What's there? Yep. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, somebody's cutting them off because I see they're going to have an X here. Somebody found out that they were exploring options, and they found out about them seeking fulfillment with this King of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups, right? So it is putting them in a compromising position here. And again, the same energy comes out, X energy comes out. So whoever, it looks like on both sides here, there's strong air sign energy in the mix. Masculine coming in here, okay? Is finding out about sneaking around with this. It looks like somebody with strong fire earth in their chart. Okay, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, masculine coming in there. Could be a Virgo too. Okay, sometimes the King of Swords is Virgo. And now somebody's feeling like, oh, wow, I'm really in a lurch here. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to take care of all this? Like, they may be finding out about pregnancy too as a result of this. Oh, gosh. Or there could be complications because there could be like a situation where, there's already children in the dynamic. Oh. I mean, I don't even know if you heard me or not. Like, that was a big block that came in. I might have to upload this one in the editor just to like, I don't even know what was missed there, right? I mean, I'm sorry, Queen of Clubs, whoever you are, but there's something here that's going to be a little rough to sort through. It looks like it. Because there's some stuff here that ain't right. Whoever played this role, it ain't right, but they definitely, they're not wanting me to talk about this. I see it. This person's getting caught up, and there's some difficulties in moving away from this. But I feel like their money will be good in the end. They will, be able to take care of themselves. They're going to go through a period of growth. That's what I see. I mean, when we look at the Nine of Pentacles, there's growth that comes through here too. So, ultimately, I do feel like they get back to a good place, but it's going to take time. There's some rough stuff to sort through here, and I'm not going to like sugarcoat it. Kind of the deck. This person's going to pour their energy into their work. This is going to be their primary concern, is to do the work right now. But I feel like it's also doing the work on themselves. But they will close cycle here, and they will get to success on the other side. This person will have a new beginning too. It's just going to be a little rough here. Could be a Leo, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or Scorpio in connection with this, okay, with the World card coming out there. All right. Wow. They really were trying to block them. A big Taurus. I didn't even see that. Okay. The Hierophant there. Yeah. Big Taurus energy. Okay. With this character here. I think they're just going to shift their focus. Their focus is going to be on like generating business, growing their business, building up their money, building up their security, because it looks like they're moving out of a certain situation because of these antics. All right. Let's see what's coming in for this King of Clubs. All right. What's coming in for the King of Clubs here? What's coming in for the King of Clubs? What do we need to know about this King of Clubs? And how they can pluck a gem out of this situation, right? Sometimes we go through rough lessons in life. Sometimes things go south. Sometimes, we make mistakes, and then, it's rough. But you got to take accountability for it. But things turn right immediately. But I do really see it, man. I mean, this is just a time. It's just a time in the cycles of Earth where there's a lot of truth that's coming up and out, and there's a lot of this that needs to be reckoned with. And we're all having to learn our own lessons, in our own way. It's not easy for anybody, but I see where these two here, were able to kind of like skate for a while with this. It's finally catching up to them. That's what it looks like. This is a very clear third-party dynamic. Whatever this is and however it played out, okay? It does look like business with pleasure, is what's at the heart of the situation. Like, I could see this being a business with pleasure situation, but clearly there was like a family dynamic or a very committed relationship that got sacrificed along the way here because of this. What do we need to know? And this King of Clubs and what they can do to kind of turn this around. Well, you know, King of Clubs needs to really consider what he wants to invest in here, you know. Is this working? Like, is this what you're wanting to be experiencing here? If it's not working, you gotta invest in a different way moving forward here. Or you're just gonna keep getting kind of like the same old stuff. So let's see what comes in here for the King of Clubs. What's coming in for the King of Clubs? All right. I'm telling you, like this King of Clubs, like, yeah, I mean, this is what was sacrificed. The Two of Cups is what was sacrificed because the King of Clubs, you know, got chained to something because they were following the impulses of their wand. And now they're chained to this person, probably because of like a child or some kind of compromising arrangement. Like they feel chained to this person. This is also like, you know, when those demons are set upon men through their vices that are the thing that are their downfall. But there was clearly like there was a Two of Cups that was spilled here. Right? It's just the reality. And these two, like, I really feel this. There's something between these two where it's like, well, you know, you're both going down with this ship. I mean, the King of Clubs may have been the captain, but there's something that also hangs up this Queen of Clubs with them. Like, two are going down here. I see it. Look at this. 8 of Swords coming in with the Hangman. It's what's required to balance out this situation. And this is what happens when we get led down the garden path through the temptation. You know, you try to get away with something like this, you know, you play a little dirty pool, justice comes for you. I mean, justice coming in with a Hierophant in relation to this with the 8 of Swords. The Hangman, 5 of Swords. I'm just going to put this through, you know, there might be something that really got sacrificed here. It could have been a marriage. It could have been a position. It could have been a job. Like, there's something here that's lost. Like, there's something tangible here that's lost, and there's accountability in relation to it. But it also concerns me because if there was anything that happened here that had any kind of like theft or, you know, some kind of legal angle to it, there's going to be accountability there too. I see it. It's very clear. It's very clear. I mean, somebody's going to have to, you know, deal with that. And it's two that are having to deal with it. With the Lovers here, there's two that are dealing with this. All right. Got Capricorn energy, Pisces energy, Taurus, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra. I mean, these are all the energies that could be connected to this. Okay. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Here's Aquarius, all right? But after accountability and reflection and doing the healing work that's required to balance things out, I mean, this is like moving through the valley of the shadow to get to that mountain, to make that climb. Well, after this work is done, you know, there is a way through. You know, hope will always return, even in a hopeless situation, but this is a mess. This is a mess. I do see that something will be balanced out here, okay? So what is this balance? Because something needs to be addressed first. What's crossing is the Queen of Swords, right? So it clearly is showing like something needs to be made right with this character here. And it's very clear how it's coming through. And I think that's maybe the work that this King of Clubs is about to set out to do. How do I do this? How do I bring about the right balance? How do I bring about the world? How do I bring successful closure to all of this so it can be balanced out correctly? I mean, whatever this is, it does look like there is somebody here that's like, okay, you know, it's sort of like present your case. In some cases, it could be that present your case. Like there could be like a legal angle involved with this where somebody's getting caught up. I mean, I could see like the Queen of Swords coming in with justice here with the Hierophant. And then you got like the 8 of Swords energy. To me, that can really look like, you know, actual a judge, you know, trying to decide. You know, what are we going to do with you? Is there serving time here involved? There could be in some cases, not in every case, but I see this here. But there's indication of a way through, and there will be transformation in a situation. I don't think necessarily that that's like for everybody, okay, about this piece, about somebody doing time, but it is here. So I am speaking to it. It is here. And if it is here, it has something to do with something that was done in relation to finances. It has something to do with like something shady on a business level here that these two were involved in. And they're both implicated because they're both at the crossroads with this Hangman energy, 8 of Swords energy, to the Justice, to the Hierophant, and they need to balance things out with the Devil. I mean, there's something here where there was corruption, absolutely. And the power was used in an incorrupt way, and that is being brought to light. It's being seen. And the devil always has a price. You know that you got to pay. You got to pay old scratch. You may get what you want for a certain amount of time. You may gain certain advantages, but eventually, you know, you owe. And that's what this is. Something's owed. Something's owed at the crossroads to get through. It looks like with the Queen of Swords here, it's something that has to be balanced out here with this character because they're the crossing influence to this King of Clubs energy. Let me do a cut of the deck. And I mean, even they find a way through. So yeah. I see there's a couple months time here of like sort of getting this ball rolling, right? Before something can be balanced out between these three. But I feel like it's this King of Clubs that's taking it under their charge. And with that, we got the Emperor. Okay, so they're definitely taking charge of a situation here, bringing about some kind of healing, attending to matters of the past. They're dealing with, you know, a situation where they are taking some kind of real decisive action here to move things forward, to move things out of the dark, okay? And they're also probably making some kind of effort here to, it has the vibe of like shooing away like an influence that's been very problematic and that's been causing suffering in a situation. And I don't know. I mean, it looks like whatever they do is going to be successful because the truth does lead to the desired outcome. But I see where things sort of stand here because of everything that has to be navigated. This person's wondering, do I invest in all of this? All right. So this is kind of where it's wanting to be left off. And I'm going to leave it off there. All right. So it looks like a decision is to be made by this King of Clubs. What are you going to invest in? Either way, there's accountability here. It is coming through. I see it. I see it. And this is like the cost. I see it as the cost of, you know, sort of like getting the King of Clubs way, what they wanted, you know. It's like, well, you got what you wanted, you know, and there's something that has a corresponding penalty box like connected to it, it looks like. But either way, there is a way through. But I feel like these two here are really, they're having to think about how to balance something out. It feels like that's the phase they're in. Like, all right, like, how do we make this right? Or how am I going to get, things sort of taken care of here? Whereas this Queen of Spades, King of Swords kind of energy is more about getting good news that's moving them forward. And so it's affecting their choices for the future, the moves they're making, what they're planning. And they're sort of like already free of this, because it looks like whoever this character is, moving on up to that north node. They already dealt with, a tower. They already dealt with death. They already dealt with the heartache and all the loss and all the painful revelations and integrating that. It looks like they're clear of it, because whatever was going on here, like, this person was sort of just like sidelined, like, I'll get to you later. Well, and while they were sidelined, I don't feel like these people like sat idle. They worked with what hand they were dealt, and this is the point of transformation for them. Yep. 117:26. Here comes their stargate. It's the manifestation of the fulfillment of the star for this person, and so they're at just a different phase of their journey. They already dealt with their time at the crossroads and the rough road, and while these two were having their fun, okay, now they're getting to that rough part that this one already passed through. These are the breaks. I don't know what to say, but that's what I got for you all. So look for hints of this coming on through over the next 72 hours. And I'll see you all on Wednesday when I'm back.